Can you just reflect on that, that game and that moment and how it ended?
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of hit the nail on the head. I mean, it was certainly good to come out with a victory and go into the open week, coming off that high. That's always a good thing. And so we were thankful for that. But, just a back and forth football game last Friday night against Abilene Wiley. Obviously, we knew they had a really good team and they were, looked good on film. And so we knew we were going to be in for a battle, and it was kind of back and forth. And, you know, just the last kind of 19 seconds, was pretty unbelievable. I mean, the thing that really you don't think about that was really an important part of that was Kevon Rice's kickoff return. He got the ball into a position where we actually had a chance, because if it would have been a touchback or we would have got tackled deep in our own territory, none of the other stuff would have happened. And then, the Ben Imler Hail Mary play from Tyler to Ben was just unbelievable, and probably a once in a lifetime type play. And so it was a lot of fun to be part of, and then to come out on top made it even more special.
And you mentioned the kickoff return to set it up, and then the play itself wasn't just your typical Hail Mary where you just get it, wait for a second, throw it in the end zone, and that's it. There was a lot of layers to that. A lot of things had to happen. He escaped, and then he got a block, I think, from Bruno and Barron, and then Enwar made a great catch to jump up and get it, and then there was another block from Kevon. A lot of things had to happen just on that play to get into the end zone besides just a chunk.
Yeah, for sure. The play before really was our desperation play, and we threw a glance route to Ben, and Ben pitched it back, and we had some more options off of that. We just got tackled, and the fact that we got tackled as soon as we did set up the Hail Mary, because if he would have been able to escape that tackle and run, I mean, the 3 seconds would have been off, and we wouldn't even have had a chance to do the Hail Mary. So, the kick return was a huge play, and then getting tackled on that next play was actually a big deal. And then, like you said, I mean, usually in Hail Mary situations, people drop in coverage and play deep, and they did that, but they also brought 6 defensive people. They brought their front 3, and then they brought some backers as well to make 6. And so Tyler was able to escape that, and somebody jokingly said he looked like Houdini, which really, to get out of that was pretty unbelievable. And so he just made a fantastic play to get out of that, and he was able to scramble. And like you said, Aiden Barone made a great block, and then he mustered up enough energy or power or whatever you want to say to be able to set up and throw the ball down the field about 30 yards. And as soon as he threw, he got hit, and it was kind of a bang-bang thing. And then Ben said when he caught it, he kind of had a feeling that somebody was behind him and somebody was on this side of him. And so he was able to kind of cut back across the field. And then Kevon Rice made the good block down the field to get Ben into the end zone. And, like Aiden's block and Kevon's block, if they don't do those blocks right, those could have been illegal blocks, And so for them to just set up on the defender and not, blindside block them, though, that was a big part of the success of that play as well.
Yeah, you mentioned, Houdini. I think it was our Darren Prater in postgame who called him Houdini Hill, which is pretty fitting. And so how excited were you, how excited are you when you get like a statewide honor for one of your players like that, like the World Tough player of the like statewide player of the
Yeah.
week for Tyler?
Yeah, it's a big honor. That's a real prestigious award, and Tyler's the 4th quarterback that we've had at this school since I've been here to get the award. So it's pretty elite company. I mean, Mickey Scott, Brennan Wooten, and there was one more, Maverick McIver. Those 3 had gotten it before. Then for Tyler to get it is pretty special. It's obviously a great honor. It's a real prestigious award. But it's a team award too. I mean, he doesn't do the things that he did without our team, and so he understands that, and it's pretty cool for him, but it's also cool for our whole team, and to get the recognition on TV and the Valley Sports and all that stuff is pretty neat for our program.
You talk about playing the full 4 quarters, not having those lulls, and I mean, it's shown these past few games that your team is really playing those full 4 quarters. How does that attest to the practices that y'all do Monday through Friday and just, I guess, the grit of this team to want to finish with 19 seconds on the board and they're not finished yet?
Right. No, I mean, we were certainly proud that they played the whole game and kept fighting till the very end, which we had shown to do that. But like what you said, I mean, it's a testament to our kids. You know, I mean, they could have decided not to do that, and they didn't do that. They continued to play, they continued to fight, and I think it starts with off season. You know, it's our off season program and something that Coach Davis brought here when he first came is you know, our off-season philosophy, our off-season program, and we've tried to continue building on that. But you know, it's got to be important to your players. You know, it's got to mean something to them. It's got to be important, and because if it doesn't, you know, it's easy to quit. And so we try to invest so much into what we're doing, not only in the off season but the summer, and then like you had mentioned, our practices as well. We try to invest so much that, you know, they don't want to give up. And so our team has done a good job of that throughout the course of the first 5 weeks, and then it's going to take that going forward as well into district play. I mean, you know, a lot, if not all of these games are going to come down to the fourth quarter and the very end. So we've got to continue to play just like we've been doing.
And this coming week, Midland on the road. Your 2 road games have been close games. What are you hoping to see from your team that will signal improvement from the last road games too?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, we just got to take another step. I mean, we got to continue to improve, and we've got to be a better team than we were 2 weeks ago when we played Abilene Wiley. I mean, that's really all we can control, and so we've got to control going over there and getting off the bus and being ready to play and play for all 4 quarters. And so, you know, our focus is just on us, and our focus is, you know, how can we be better by the time that we get over there to play Midland than what we are right now. And if we can continue to do those things, everything else, you know, is take care of itself.
What has the energy been like with the team? It is, you know, week 7. We're getting really into the season, but they are coming off that huge win. You know, are they still super excited, ready to go, or are you starting to see, you know, it kind of even out and just?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good question. You know, I felt like really and truly our bye week came at a good time. You know, especially winning the game the way that we did against Abilene Wiley, and then we had a bye week. You know, it came at a good time, and so you know, our kids are excited, and I think they're excited for multiple reasons. I mean, we've got a good team here, and we've got to continue to improve. But you know, they're excited kind of for our district season now. I mean, really, everybody in our district is 0-0. You know, heading into district, and our guys understand that. And so we've done some good things over the course of 5 games, but you know, now it's a kind of a new season, and so I think our kids are excited about that and understand that we have a good opportunity in front of us. But you know, at the end of the day, we've got to go play good to have a chance to capture some of our goals that we're wanting to attain.
Going into district or going into the season, the district people had Permian and Legacy probably picked as the top 2, and kind of a free for all maybe after that, kind of hard to tell. You know, after 5 games going into the district season now, how would you kind of evaluate how the teams have looked going into the district?
Yeah, that's you know, it's kind of hard to tell, to be honest. I mean, you never know for sure. You can kind of look at common opponents, and you know, some of our district has played common opponents, and you can kind of judge a little bit through that, but you can't ever completely tell that way, and so it's kind of hard to tell. But there's no doubt that every team in our district is good. I mean, everybody's sitting here with a good record after non-district, and there's no doubt everybody is very capable and very good. And so, you know, I think each week it's going to be a dogfight, and it's going to be who plays the cleanest, who makes the fewest mistakes, and those teams are usually going to win, especially in our district.
Midland, you know, ran the flex bone, something you haven't seen yet this year, and they scored 74 points in their last game. I read that they've broken their school record for rushing yards in a game twice already this year. So talk about that challenge.
Yeah, they're playing really, really good on offense. Obviously, Coach Fortune is kind of known for running that style of offense when he was at Permian as the offensive coordinator, and then he's taken it over to Midland High and done a fantastic job over there running that style of offense. And what you can tell on film when you watch Midland High is that they play extremely hard, offensively, defensively, both. They're playing extremely, extremely hard, and it's been it's impressive to watch them play. And so, like you said, I mean, the flex bone, it's a different animal, and it's not something that you see every week, so it's tough to get prepared for, And so we do some things throughout the course of the year, whether it's summertime or spring ball, trying to spend a few minutes here and there, showing our kids the flex bone and what it looks like and what we have to do as far as responsibilities and different things like that. So we try to do that throughout the course of the year. And then the other thing is really these kids they've kind of grown up playing the style of offense quite a bit. We played Permian for several years. We played Amarillo, Tascosa for several years. And then, even LD Bell ran this offense when we played them several years ago when our kids were younger. And so they get that work as a freshman and JV and then up into the varsity. So they're familiar with it. They're familiar with that style, and then they're familiar with how it's run. And then we just got to play assignment football on defense and take care of our assignment. And hopefully we can slow them down a little bit.
Yeah, and of course, you have a high-powered offense yourself, but that kind of offense that they run can really limit your possessions if you can't get them off the field. How big of a concern is that?
Yeah, it's a big concern, and they do a good job of hanging on to the ball, and they go for it a lot of times on fourth downs and try to keep the ball away from you. And you can tell by their scores. I mean, they're not giving up a whole lot of points defensively, and that's for a couple of reasons. Number one, they're playing really good on defense. Number two, their offense controls the ball and keeps the ball away, and so that's a part of it as well. But it's like what you said. I mean, it's always concerning, and our kids understand, like, you might not get as many attempts offensively, so when we do get our chance, we've got to be spot on and ready to perform.